Alright, we continue our story. I think we just finished the lecture with Maksakurisu, so let me change my microphone settings real quick, if you don't mind. There, okay, so off we go. After parting ways with Daru at ATF, I head to Yanabayashi Shrine. I need to get exorcised. What? I seriously doubt that Maksakurisu at ATF was a ghost. Regardless, it's natural to seek an exorcism after such an experience. I'm Japanese, it's in our blood. Yanabayashi Shrine is located on the other side of Kanda River. To find it, enter the first side road after crossing Mansebashi Bridge. It's a very small shrine that doesn't fit with the surrounding multi-tenant buildings. Kanda Myojin. Kanda Myojin is the more famous shrine in Akiba, but I deliberately chose this one. The shrine is so small I could easily miss it if you weren't looking. Regardless, I can hear the chirping of cicadas from the few trees growing here. Tuturu. There are two girls standing in front of the main building. Girls. One of them is Mayuri. Yeah, other is a docile-looking beauty in traditional Miko attire. Ushiba Luka. Miko. Shrine maidens, priestesses in the Shinto religion. Miko typically dresses in a white kimono with a red hakama or shirt. Their role is to assist priests with performing rituals and events. Okay. Well, I mean, I've seen the anime, so I know. A stunning example of feminine charm and grace. Lips delicate like cherry blossoms in bloom. The essence of Japanese beauty. The chief priest's son. That's right, son. Lovely in every way, but he's a guy. He bows his head. The voice of a girl. Mannerisms of a girl. More feminine than any girl I know. But he's a guy. Taller than Mayuri, yet so slender. But he's a guy. Looks stunning in Miko robes. But he's a guy. Holding a bamboo broom, apparently in the middle of cleaning. But he's a guy. Oh my god, stop. It's almost evening. Yet so hot as hell outside. But he's a guy. Okay, now it's just kind of... Yamsaka's won't shut up, but he's a guy. Okay. Okay. He's a friend of mine. I call him Lukako. We met when I rescued him from some aggressive photographers in Akiba's pedestrian heaven. Pedestrian heaven? Some neighborhoods in Tokyo, such as Akihabara, close major streets on busy shopping days, so effectively turns the street into one big sidewalk, facilitating pedestrian access. Okay. It also so happens that Lukako and Mayuri are classmates, so I learned that fact after I'd gotten to know him. Lukako was taken aback by my sharp question. He started fidgeting with a flushed face and tears in his eyes. Blade Works? Again, probably fictional, one of several stores in Akihabara that sell replica weapons. Items include Japanese Sengoku period swords, European Middle Age swords, and knight armor. No, oops. I ignore Mayuri's question.
精神ざんまりを極めさえすれば、お前は己の内にある邪悪な炎に焼かれずに済む。
Demon sword, Samida. It may be an imitation sword, but it's the only form it takes to hide from the world. When one worthy to wield it appears, it unleashes its true power. And it was on sale for 980 yen, tax included.
あんな素敵なものをプレゼントしてもらえて、岡部さんには感謝しています。
俺は岡部ではない。
オカリンだよ。ごめんなさい、京馬さん。
Okarin. I read a comment earlier this morning that I somehow missed a reference to The Legend of Zelda, and Okarin sounds like Ocarina. I guess that someone commented that, so that's it. I never got that reference, so that's interesting.
分かればいいのだ。では合言葉を。
Oh, is it like, oh.
エルブサイコンガリウ？
違う、コンガリュウではなくコングルーだ。
コングルー。
はい。エルブサイコングルー。これでいいですか？
Lukuko smiles happily as I nod.
ありがとうございます。
Helps out Konguru. Such a lovely smile. But he's a guy! Okay.
美しい師弟関係だね。マユシーは不女子じゃないけど、ちょっとドキドキしてきちゃうよ。
What? Alright. Fujoshi, a term for female otaku with a particular interest in yaoi, or works of fiction that depict homosexual relationships between men, does not apply to female otaku in general. Yes. I mean, I didn't need to read that, but you know what? I might as well read everything.
変な想像しないで。
Jeez. Though we do have a master-disciple relationship, I ho in Kiyoma have gone to great lengths to teach Tsukako about the evil conspiracies that rule the world and how to resist them. That stuff about demon swords Samida is part of the training. Looks aside, Tsukako is very obedient and hardworking, plus he's always eager to learn new things. A master couldn't ask for a better disciple. Though he does have the weakness of not catching on too quickly and being too shy.
それで、なぜマユリはここにいる？
ルカ君に会いに来たんだよ。来月のコミマで
コミマ
ちゃんこそしてほしいってずっと頼んでるのに。
That's a reference.
してくれないんだよ。
Kirari-chan from Dainet. I feel like Dainet is also a reference to something, but I can't figure out what it is. Komima is obviously Komiket, which isn't that going on? There was going on recently, comic market. Kirari-chan, fictional. Oh, it is a fictional character. It might be a reference to something. The heroine of Dainet Kakeru. I don't know if that's a reference to anything. Her full name is Nishimura Kirari. Smart and athletic, girl in 5th grade. She's also cute and has good personality. Basically the perfect girl, passionate about fashion, hates mushrooms. Komima, so it's a reference to, yeah. Komi Giga Market, massive otaku event held twice a year at Tokyo Big Site. I don't know if that's where Komiket also is, but every Komima, thousands of artists gather to sell their creations with a range from erotic manga based on popular anime, original figures, music, and games. The next Komima will be held on August 15th. That must be in the game, right? So yeah, so it's a reference to Komiket. So.
だってコスプレするなんて僕恥ずかしいよ。でもルカ君は絶対似合うと思うんだ。こんな可愛い子が女の子のはずがない。で大人気になるよ。
Someone this cute can't be a girl.
しようよコスプレデビュー。
Why is there so many? Someone this cute can't be a girl is really popular. こんな可愛い子が女の子のはずがない。 It's an unwritten rule to use this phrase whenever you see someone who looks like a cute girl is either of unspecified gender or actually a boy, basically a trap. This expression is also used sarcastically with boyish-looking girls. Oof. Marishi's hobby is making costumes. She's made at least 30 so far, but it's rare for her to wear one herself. Instead, she seems to get her kicks from seeing other people wear them. Looks like she's chosen Lukako as her next target. Naturally, the costume Mayuri is currently raving about is for a female character. Normally, I would understand why a man wouldn't want to dress like a girl, but come on. Lukako has no problem wearing Miko robes, so why would cosplay be any different? But whatever, I have business to take care of.
そんなくだらないことは後でやるんだな。
マユシにとっては大事なことだもん。
俺にとってはくだらないことなのだ。それよりルカ子よ、俺がこの神社を訪ねたのは他でもない。お祓いを頼みたいのだが、やってもらえないだろうか。
お祓いですか？だったらお父さんに。
あ、いや、そこまで大げさにしなくていい。気休めでいいのだ。
That's why I came here instead of Kanda Shrine.
というわけで、例のあれを持ってこい。
例のあれと言いますと、サミダレですか？
違う。お祓いに用途は必要ないだろう。お祓いと言ったらあれに決まっている。正式な名称はわからんが、棒に白い紙がふさふさとついていて、主がわさわさと振るやつだ。
Yes.
今のおかみの説明、ゆとりっぽいね。
What a shock to hear that from Mayuri.
おほぬさですね。でも、
おほぬさ？
お父さん貸してくれるかな。
I don't know what I don't really know what that is. A wand that is carried by a Shinto priest adorned with shide paper. Shide, or should it be shide, probably in Japanese, is used in blessing rituals to ward off evil spirits.
ちょっと聞いてきます。
Lukako makes a quick bow, then runs off towards his house, which is on the shrine grounds. Meanwhile, Mayuri takes her pocket watch out of her bag to check the time. It's a very old watch, not the sort you'd expect from a high school girl to carry. Its name is Pockety. Obviously that's the name Mayuri gave it, not its brand name or anything. Ever since elementary school, Mayuri has carried Pockety with her everywhere. It's her most important treasure. It would be a shame if it would break or something.
そうか、頑張ってこい。バイトが終わったら直接帰るのか？
Mayuri lives in Ikebukuro. She comes to Akihabara by train just about every day. Should be obvious since we're childhood friends and all, but I live in Ikebukuro too. Though I've been staying in the lab since summer break began.
というわけで、また明日ね。
I call Mayuri to stop before she trots off.
マユリ、お前はあの時ラジカンで男の悲鳴を聞いたよな。
悲鳴？
Mayuri blinks several times and puts a finger to her temple as if in thought. And she gets her usual smile.
それっていつのこと？
今日の昼だ。
聞いてないかな。
そうか。わかった。
変なおかり。
Mayuri
じゃあね、トゥットゥルー。
leaves, this time for good. Well, she pauses to wave at least half a dozen times before disappearing beyond the archway.
岡部さん、お待たせしました。
Lukako returns shortly after Mayuri leaves. In his hands is the white zigzaggy thing I asked for.
借りることができました。よかったです。あれ？まゆりちゃんは帰ったんですか？
マユリはどうでもいいから、今すぐお祓いを始めるのだ、ルカ子よ。
はい。僕でいいんでしょうか？そ そもそも何に対するお祓いを？
Lukaku is flustered. Is he really up to this? I'm beginning to doubt. Should have known better. The instant doubt touches my heart, a terrible chill shoots up my spine.
俺に取り付いた悪霊が。
I grab my violently shaking wrist.
静まれ、悪霊よ。急げ、ルカ子。このままでは俺は乗っ取られる。
そんな、岡部さん、しっかりしてください。
俺は岡部さんではない。
すいません、京馬さん。でも僕、どうしたら？
お祓いを急げ。この前教えた通りにやればいい。
はい。
With a serious look on his face, Lukaku grasps the Onusa with both hands, as if it were a sword. His stance is impressive. I've taught him well. His face is red, he can barely talk. Looks like he wants to say something but is hesitating. Panicking because he feels awkward. Amateur.
頼む。悪霊を俺の中から追い出してくれ。俺はお前を殺したくない。
Lukaku starts crying. Looks like he's really worried. Mason tells me he's a guy, but his lovely appearance makes me feel guilty. Like I made a frail girl cry. Despite the tears welling up in his eyes, it looks like Lukaku's managed to work up his resolve. He raises the onus high, shaking it left and right.
いいぞ。そのまま俺の腕にふさふさを当てろ。
Tip of the onus touches my upper arm. In an anime, this would be cue for a dramatic shockwave to occur, but nothing like that happens. The only sound is the chirping of the cicadas. Take a deep breath. The trembling in my arm has stopped.
悪霊は去ったようだ。よくやったな、ルカ子。
Lukaku sighs in relief and blushes.
お役に立ててよかったです。
His shy smile really does make him look like a girl. After I get back to the lab, I take the broken TV down to the brown tube workshop for repairs. Daru and Mayuri have already gone home, so I have to carry the TV down the narrow staircase myself. It's brutal, back-breaking work, but I manage. Push the workshop door open with my hips and head inside. The room is dimly lit by the setting sun, but the gloom is offset by the glare from the gigantic CRT in the center of the room. A 42-inch CRT television doesn't seem like something you could get in modern Japan. With LCD TVs becoming the new standard, I seriously doubt anyone would want a bulky old CRT.
Oh, どうした岡部?
Sitting in front of the huge CRT is an equally huge man reading a sports newspaper. He's the workshop manager, actually the owner of this whole building. Tennoji Yugo. I call him Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown. It's a fitting name for someone who loves brown tubes.
どうしたもこうしたもないですよ。あなたからもらったテレビが壊れた。
おめえ、俺のブラウン管を乱暴に扱いやがったな。
I barely managed to set the heavy TV on the counter.
愛が足りねえんだよ、愛が。
A muscle-bound bald guy talking about love. Sends shivers down my spine.
修理をお願いしたい。最優先だ。
相変わらず変な話し方だな、おめえって。
I'm receiving mail. Mr. Brown begins investigating the cause of the problem with nothing better to do. I look around the store. Actually, I'm opening my mail. You've got mail with Mayuri. I didn't want any of the other Gero Froggies, but I did want Fatty. But now that I think about it, it wasn't really that cute. Whoops. Actually, it was kind of weird looking. I wonder why I wanted one of those so bad. I just realized Fatty-kun kind of looks like Daru-kun. Let's reply with Daru or something. If I can. If I can. Never mind, I can't seem to get down here. Hello? I don't know how this works. How do I reply? It did actually allow me to reply earlier. Well, I guess I can't reply as Daru, so I'll just do this. Reply Fetty. Do they even sell Ghetto Froggies anymore? Send. Mail sent. Alright then. You look around the store. I don't know if it's just the dust hanging in the air, but something feels stagnant about this place. There are CRT screens everywhere. The haphazard layout makes it seem like junk, but they're all functional according to Mr. Brown. He's got a full range of both old and new. Some of them are probably older than me. There are some flat screen HD CRTs that came out just before LCDs took the market.
今日は遅くまでやっているんですね。普通だったら夜7時には店じまいでしょ。
The crowds in Akiba think quickly at night. All the major electronic stores close around 8 or 9 o'clock. And then, as if the liveliness of the day was a simple lie, the town goes silent.
今日はこれから客が来るんでな。
客？例の小動物ですか？
おめえな。俺の愛しい娘を小動物呼ばわりするんじゃねえ。
What? The magic glares at me and takes a photo from his wallet. It's a picture of a young girl, shyly making a peace sign at the camera. One might assume this muscle-bound man to be some kind of pervert, but the girl is actually his daughter. She's about 12 years old now, I think. His love for her is second only to his love for CRTs. Or was it the other way around? I see her in the store every now and then. What's her name again? Nai. A rare name that means to braid. She pops up at the store every now and again, so we've interacted with her before. And by we I mean Mayuri, since she's the only one Nai gets along with. Nai always hides when she sees me or Daru. I must admit, I'm impressed she can sense my aura of madness at such an early age. Mr. Brown makes a grandiose kissing gesture, and his daughter's photo once again shivers down my spine.
しかし、娘以外でこの工房に客が来ることがあるんですか？
I've been renting the second floor for about 6 months. I don't recall ever seeing a customer. I would be surprised if this place were actually making any money.
客っつうかなんつうか。
Puts away the photo and goes back to checking the TV, leaving me with that vague answer.
ああ、これは多分基板のハンダ浮きだな。直せろぜ。
そうですか。ではよろしく。
待ってろ。見積書作ってやる。
金を取るのか？
当たり前だろ。払わねえつもりだったのか。
このテレビはあなたからもらったものだぞ。
だからなんだよ。アフターサービスまでタダでやってやるとは言ってねえぜ。
おのれ。自分を間近なオンボロを押し付けておいて、その言い草とは。
うるせえな。だったら一つやってもいいんだぞ。家電リサイクル法で回収費ももらうけどな。
横暴だぞ。人類史の未来を変えるやもしれぬ男からたかろうとは。
あ？それ誰のことだ？
俺のことに決まっているでしょう。
歯磨いてみろよガキ。そもそも2階をただ同然で貸してやってるこの俺にそういうこと言うとはいい度胸だな。
修理代は弾もう、ミスター・ブラウン。
In the end, I'm no match for him. Just then, I hear the door open. I look up to see a girl has entered the store. She's wearing a vintage jacket with tight shorts that highlight her long limbs and athletic figure. I find myself particularly impressed by her well-defined thighs. Really? Oh ha.
Oh.
Oh, what? Suddenly, time stops. What? Feels like someone activated the world. Oh god! Tavarudo. Oh, that's a JoJo reference. God, really? Tavarudo. It says it right. Oh, you can't see it on Tavarudo. Okay. Okay, dude. The power to stop time. One of the supernatural abilities called Steins that appear in the popular manga Juju's Bizarre Adventures. Those with the ability to use stands are called stand users. I haven't seen anything from JoJo. That was Juju's, sorry. Oh my god. Oh god. Girl standing there with her arm in the air, her smile gradually fades into confusion. What kind of reaction was she hoping for, seriously? Anyway, is she the person Mr. Brown was expecting? Maybe she's someone he knows personally. Another daughter? Or dare I say his girlfriend? What? She finally drops her pose and clears her throat. And just like that, time starts moving again.
ああ、バイトの面接したいって子な。俺が店長の天王寺だ。
バイトの面接だと？こんな若い女性が？この新規臭くておしゃれ感ゼロで繁盛もしておらず無才おっさんが店長のブラウン管工房にバイト希望だというのか？
おめえ、来月から2階の家賃1000円増しな。
事実を言ったまでですよ。もっとも部外者が口を出す問題ではないが、しかしブラウン管工房がバイトを募集していたとはな。この暇さではその必要性を全く感じないのだが。
ああ、それは私が電話で無理って頼んだんです。
The girl looks a little embarrassed.
最初は断られたんだけどさ、店長さんにどうしてもお願いしますって。
Oh, but I know. Okay, look, the thing is, if you've seen the anime, or, like, if you know, okay, well...
今時珍しい若者がいたもんだよな。ま、そこの椅子に座んな、お嬢ちゃん。
失礼します。
Looks like they're going to have a formal interview. I was going to leave, but since Mr. Brown hasn't kicked me out yet, I'll stick around a bit longer. The girl's expression is stiff. I guess she's nervous. Just because of a part-time job interview? Conscious how she said she wouldn't take no for an answer. She doesn't seem so enthusiastic.
で、名前は何だって？
天音鈴葉です。
年は
18。
学生？
Same as me.
うん。
She shakes her head.
なんでうちで働きたいんだ？
ブラウン管が好きだから。
採用、明日から来い。
それでいいのか？というかこれはコントか？もしかして仕込みか？
ありがとう、店長さん。
Finally, Amane Suzuha seems to relax. Then she looks at me.
ところでさ、君は誰？
I wonder.
俺のな、聞きたいというのか？いや、やめておけ。それを知ることでお前にも最悪が降りかかるかもしれない。これまでも多くの人が俺の名を知ったことで機関に狙われた。アメリカのサラ、イタリアのクラウディア、フランスのシモーヌ。これ以上誰かを危険な目に遭わせるわけには。
おい、アホな妄想してんじゃねえよ。
He just doesn't understand my plan,
こ
my
のバカ
pain.
男
What?
は2階に曲がりしてる岡部倫太郎ってんだ。
岡部ではない。俺はホーイン。
うるせえ。家賃さらに1000円上乗せするぞ。
凛太郎だ。
The girl stands up, places her hand on my shoulder, and looks at me with a serious expression.
君を狙ってるその期間ってのが何なのかわかんないけど、もし困ってんなら私に相談して。岡部倫太郎、そういうの慣れてるからさ。
は？
Stuff like what?
場合によっては手段を選ばず痛めつけてやることも可能だし。
ミスター・ブラウン、彼女は採用しない方がいいと思う。
ああ、物騒だな。騒ぎ起こしたらクビにするからな。そもそもその期間なんたらは岡部の創作だから本気にすんな。
創作？
せいぜいそう思ってるがいいさ。
But someday the world will kneel before me. And then ominous Susan stares straight at me again. Maybe she has a habit of looking people in the eyes.
そういうのが流行ってんだ。勉強になったよ。
Trend? I don't think so.
暑い。
Oh, currently we're in the next day, right? Yeah, we are. Receiving mail. I was at university all morning. As I returned to Akiba, the heat is now becoming unbearable. I grab an iced coffee at the bakery inside Yodobashi to quench my thirst. While I'm at it, I guess I'll check @channel on my phone. Most frequent the occult board, the future technology board, sometimes the physics board. I search for threads on the mass disappearance phenomenon or Maxakuris' stabbing, but turns up nothing. Also, I've got mail from Lukako. Are you really okay with yesterday's exorcism? I feel like a more traditional ceremony would have been better. I'm worried something might happen to you because my exorcism wasn't strong enough. It bothers me so much I can't sleep at night. Whoa, P.S. Because of that, I couldn't do more than 3 practice swings of Samidare. What? Do we like reply to this? Or I don't think so actually. So that happens. Can we go to the internet as well? We can't actually. The E is unavailable. Change wallpaper? Oh gosh, we can change wallpaper. Preview. Let's go. Oh wow, achievement unlocked. Set call ringtone? Gate of Steiner. Oh, I know this song. Wait, what's this? I know this song. Oh, whoops. I'm gonna make it this one. Mail ringtone? Sure, we'll leave it at this, whatever. Address book. Can we still call the phone wave? We can't actually call. That would probably screw things up. Anyway. What's next? So what are those hallucinations after all? When I peek at the occult board, I find posted multiple threads from someone claiming to be John Titor. Or Titor. Wait, John Titor's back? I think it's actually pronounced Titor in the show. So, John Titor appeared on American BBS 10 years ago, claiming to be a time traveler. He claimed to have traveled from the year 2036 in order to obtain an old computer, the IBM 5100. He claims his claim started quite a storm on the BBS denizens. IBM, American Computer Company. Wait, what? Not only do they develop and sell hardware, they also offer service and consultation to enterprises. In recent years, they've made the latter the main focus. IBM invented floppy disks and hard drives. Well, I think IBM exists. That John, I guess Titor, actually is a real thing that actually did happen. Someone on the internet did actually tell that he was a time traveler, but turns out that it was just a group of students or something, or a group of friends who may have wanted to joke around. But anyway, It's the start of the Iraq War and the spread. Oh wait, did I miss? I accidentally went too far. How do I even? Okay, backlog. He claimed to have traveled from the year. Okay, Titor has made several accurate, if fragmentary, predictions of future events. Whoops. The start of the Iraq War, the spread of the Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Creutzfeldt-Jakob disease. Another name for bovine spongiform and the mad cow disease, but only used in the case of human infection. Early symptoms include memory loss, abnormal movements, personality change, dementia, muscle stiffness. In severe cases, the patient may waste away 1 to 2 years before dying of respiratory paralysis, other complications. What? To prove he was from the future, explained the principles behind his time machine, provided pictures of his operation manual. But after about 4 months, he disappeared without ever revealing his identity. At one point, his predictions gained popularity even in Japan. He certainly did get some things right, but on the other hand, he missed several others. Some of his posts contradicted each other too, so that's why, to this day, most people doubt his authenticity as a time traveler. So after 10 years of silence, the same John Titor is now in Japanese BBS. John Titor. Ridiculous, obviously a troll. Oh my gosh, trolling. What? I wonder what trolling could be on the internet to post controversial opinions or false information for the purpose of provoking a reaction. Yep. First of all, John Titor is an American, yet now he's posting on @channel in Japanese. Let's take a look at his posts. CERN. John Titor, I don't expect you to believe that I came from the year 2036. I see that everyone would like to know more about my time machine. Time travel technology was developed by CERN. They completed the first time machine in 2034. Time travel, lol, and John Titor, lol. More details on the time machine. Do they sell time machines? How much do they cost? I accidentally clicked. That was not the good thing to do. Oh well. CERN has a monopoly on time machines. Not even the most powerful nations on the Earth can acquire one. To say nothing of private citizens. CERN used the time machine for power. By 2036, the world has become a dystopia. There's no war, no conflict. However, that is a false peace founded by the complete eradication of liberty. What does LOL mean? Why did you come to this time? Was the Oculus satellite crash you're doing? Wait guys. Titor-san doesn't understand @channel lingo. Let's keep it simple, okay? If you know what I mean. Get a trip code? Asshole, what? I came here to change my present, in other words, your future. My mission is to destroy CERN's dystopia and restore freedom to the world. This is a wonderful time you're living. Everyone is free. But you will lose it, and you lose it all in just 20 short years. It is vitally important that you understand the future, what the future has in store. What's the trip code? I might get one if you tell me what it is. I don't know what it is either. You said only CERN has time machines. You have a time machine. That must be you're working for CERN. Therefore, your goal can't be destroy CERN's dystopia. You're a fraud. What's a dystopia? How can CERN take over the world in 20 years? Look at the Middle East. You've been reading too much manga if you think you can get those guys to stop killing each other. Who asked you to change the future? Are you trying to play God? If they are promising world peace, then I, for one, welcome our new CERN overlords. My time machine is a prototype, reverse engineered, stolen from CERN technology. Compared to their time machines, capabilities are quite limited. In 2036, the world is ruled by a single all-powerful governing body. They control every aspect of our lives, deciding what we will eat, where we will live, and whom we will marry. There's no privacy and no choice. Anyone who dares to oppose them is eliminated. There are no trials. In movies and stuff, small changes to the past cause huge changes in the future. You've already changed the present by coming here. What happens if you make unexpected changes to the future? Implying CERN rules the world. Do you even know what CERN is, lol? OP is a troll. So if we find his dad and kill him, then this time traveler LML will never be born and we don't have to listen to this bullshit, am I right? I want to know if I can meet your past self. If you can meet your past self. Can you have... what? You're talking about the so-called grandfather paradox. That's been debunked. This world line is a divergence of 0.571024% compared to the world line came from. Killing my father would alter divergence, creating a world line where my father is dead. However, it would not erase this world line. I would still go on existing. CERN is a particle physics research simulation. A research institution. What? CERN. So CERN is a play on the actual CERN, which is CERN. I can't open the menu to check the hints, but CERN is I don't know, they have the Large Hadron Particle Collider, which is cool. Anyway, that hasn't changed in 2036. It's possible to meet your past self. The prevailing theory in my time is that nothing would happen. I, however, haven't met my past self. If you're really a time traveler, then go prove it. Post time machine pics are in GTFO. The many worlds interpretation? Whoa, slow down, bro. Research institution taking over the world. Lol, what? I do not feel the need to prove that I am what I say I am. I am only posting these messages on a whim. My mission comes first. What are world lines? Can you meet yourself from another world line? What happens if you do? Late reply. A trip code is a way to identify posters. Put hashtag password after your name. A trip code is a way to identify posters. Oh. Well, backpedaling. World lines are like... Oh, there it is. World lines are like an infinite number of rivers flowing in parallel. Along the way, they are constantly branching out into new world lines. This is called divergence. For example, whether or not you post this message on this message board has practically no effect on this world's line's divergence. But if you were murdered, let's say, then divergence would change. However, it would only change by about 0.00002%, if that. A thing like humans' death is not terribly significant on a global scale. Wars, disasters, acts of terrorism, and other events that would cause widespread death and destruction have a much greater effect on divergence. Thanks for telling me about trip codes. I'll make sure to use this from now on. It's starting to get tired, so let's pick up again tomorrow. It's been much fun talking to everyone. Looks like they've already made an archive of these threads. Anyway, tips list. Dystopia, the opposite of a utopia. For example, a completely regulated society in which most people are denied privacy and freedom. CERN. A fictional French syndrome for Société Européenne pour la Recherche Nucléaire, or European Society for Nuclear Research, the world's largest elementary particle physics laboratory, located in Franco-Swiss border near Geneva, has a bank, library, post office, and a dorm with the premise on the premises scientists from around the world gather at CERN to research particle physics, which they really kind of do in CERN with the C. Also, they've already made an archive of these threads. Of course, there have been sites dedicated to John Titor for years now. This post closely resembles what the original Titor wrote 10 years ago. I've read one of the books on Titor, that's how I know. This new John Titor is clearly an imposter, but there are many Titor fanatics, on that channel. He's not exactly a household name in Japan, but I doubt anyone would fall from this level of trolling. As I continue to read, however, I find the response the opposite of what I expected. Everyone accepting his time traveler as if it was his first appearance. Nobody has ever mentioned his appearance 10 years ago. Finding this strange, I try posting a retort, but everyone ignores me. What the hell? You can't figure this out if you do a little research, people. Where's the original John Titor thread archive in English and plenty of Titor blogs in Japanese? I entered John Titor's name to search engine. 12 matches. What? Wait, only 12? Moreover, all 12 are about the current Titors posting on that channel. I can't find a single trace of a Titor from 10 years ago. Bizarre, this can't be. I searched for information on Titor a few years ago. Back then I got tens of thousands of hits. Is this search engine filtered? I tried searching on another site just to make sure, but it gives the same result. What's this madness? It feels like I've stumbled into another plane of reality. Could this be another organization conspiracy? These past 2 days have been surrounded by nothing but chaos and confusion. I'll call Dado. He'll know about Titor for sure. After all, I've talked to him about Titor before. I only vaguely remember the details of that conversation, but I'm positive the conversation happened. By the time I dig my phone in my bag, I no longer feel like making the call. Instead, I send him an email on the way back to the lab. He replies with his location. By May Queen, he means May Queen plus Nyan squared and Maid Cafe. That was regular there. Apparently 3D cat maids are his thing too. maid cafe, a type of cafe where waitresses wear maid uniforms, usually in the French maid style. They usually call their customers master. Patrons can talk to their waitresses and play games with them, but ultimately a maid's cafe or restaurants, not bordellos. May Queen plus Nyan Square is only a 3-minute walk from the lab. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call it a day here. We had some information about John Titor. I mean, I've seen the anime, so I'm completely spoiled on what's gonna happen, but dang, there's a lot more information in the visual novel than you get in the anime. I can totally see why people's recommended still playing the visual novel even if they've seen the anime, because there's a lot more stuff. There's a lot more going here. Because there's a lot more time. Like, this would have been crammed into like 10 minutes or something. So, I've been doing this for 45 minutes now. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this episode. I hope to create more of these very soon. And I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.